I would say definitely surviving this one. It's like a nice, getting like a nice bath. I think I would feel better after this one. Like if I had a long day at work and then I'm like, hey, like Kokomi, could you just like hit me with your ultimate? Like real quick. I'm just feeling a little under the weather, feeling a little dusty, dirty, kind of sweaty. Could you hit me with that? She's like, yeah, no problem. We are going to be ranking every 5-star burst animation from Genshin Impact based on how easily I could survive it. Me, a level 1 human being, normal dude with weak ankles. I haven't seen all of these, so I don't know how bad it's gonna be, but it's gonna be pretty bad. So I say, hey, let's just get right into it, baby. Let's get right into it and see if I could survive any of these. Okay, so the first one we have is Jean. Let's see what you got, Jean.
Wind, hear me.
Oh, okay. Okay, that wasn't too bad at all. That's a pretty nice light way to start. I'm pretty happy with that one. She's got a sword. I'm glad she didn't use it on me because that would go from instant survival to instant death. So that's good. And it doesn't really seem like she does much unless this wind is like super powerful or something. This wind looks honestly more beneficial than anything else. I feel like this is just gonna be a nice breeze. It's gonna go through my hair and make me feel a little better. I think that's a win for me, baby. I think I survived that. Sorry, Jean. Next we have Diluc. Let's see if I can survive this one.
Time for retribution.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh. So I think it goes without saying, I don't think I'm surviving this one. However, I would like to give myself a chance here, okay? If he's hitting me with the sword, again, if that flaming phoenix is going really fast and it's just the temperature of a regular fire and it just kind of goes over you for a split second and I'm fortunate enough to not catch fire, I think I'm walking out of there with some 2nd and 3rd degree burns, but there's a slim chance I could survive. I'd get pretty cooked though. It wouldn't look great. This one I'm gonna give a maybe. I'll give this one a maybe, but most likely not. Okay, next is Klee. Let's see what Klee's got. Oh. Okay, so she seems to shoot these giant flaming lasers at, these giant fire lasers at her enemies. So I'm gonna say that's a no for me, dog. Any sort of laser fire beam on my bare skin, that's not good. Have you seen how pale I am? I think at any point if this hits me anywhere on my body, this is obviously concentrated heat. I'm toast. Instantly probably. So that's pretty terrifying. So next up we have Mona.
Decided by destiny.
Oh? Stars! Oh, that's kind of nice. Let's see what it does to these guys. Okay, it looks like it stuns them a bit. Okay, overall, I gotta say, I think I'm surviving this one, guys. I think I'm surviving this one. It looks like it might be like kind of drowning them and strangulating them a bit, so I guess it depends on how long that lasts for. But if it's only gonna be a few seconds, like if I know it's coming and I go and like hold my breath, I know this is coming. I could hold my breath for like, dude, I can hold my breath for at least 10 seconds. So I think I'm surviving this one regardless, okay? Unless you catch me, I'm like, I just did a marathon, I'm like completely out of breath and then you strangle me for 10 seconds, you know, then maybe I'm not looking, maybe there's a chance I pass out, but I don't think I'm dying. So I think I can survive this one. Nice try, Mode. Okay, next up is Albedo.
Feel this ancient power.
Oh. Okay, I think we know this one. That rock shard is going straight through my torso and splitting me completely in half. Just based on the speed that these rocks are coming out, it's not looking good. If they were to come out a little slower, maybe I survive, maybe I have time to move out of the way, but that's pretty much instant death. Like, look at this. There's like a little, they come out so fast, there's like a little explosion, and they're pretty much out instantly. That is a ground-shattering, very impactful thing, and my soft, fleshy body would not be able to withstand that. That's for sure. Okay, next up is Eula. I haven't seen any of these ults yet.
Vengeance will be mine.
Yep, I'm dead. I don't know what you want me to say about this. She has a large sword, and once again, my torso is completely severed from my body. Pretty straightforward. That's a pretty straight one. I'm not dodging this one. Next is Venti.
Think you can get away?
Oh. Okay. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so I don't think I'm surviving this one. It looks like originally I thought he was just gonna shoot you with an arrow. That doesn't look or feel very good. Depending on where you're hit, you're pretty much toast. But then it turns out it's more of a black hole. Yeah, it's more of a black hole thing. powerful enough to lift them up into the air into the middle. So I think if you hit that singularity there as a normal human being, it's probably night night. That's not looking too good for me. That's not looking too good at all. I'm gonna have to say most likely not surviving. If it's that powerful to lift you off your feet, I know they're just kind of floating in the air there, right? But if it's that powerful to lift you off your feet, the suction's that strong. I'm a more dense human being, and if that lifts me off the ground, man, that's a strong thing. That's strong. That's not surviving. Okay, next up is Keking. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say this one.
Nowhere to hide.
Uh-oh. Yep. Okay, I think it's safe to say, not only am I dead, I am sliced into 1,000 tiny pieces. But I think it'd be a pretty quick way to go. Let me show you something here. All right, here's my head, right? That's my neck, separated from my body. All right, this is my torso, right? Arms, legs, gone. I am separated into a beautiful little stump. That's not looking good for me. I don't think there's any way to survive in that one. Gonna have to put that in the not surviving section. Thought I was gonna survive more than these, man. I thought, but hey, what can you do? All right, next up is Chi-Chi.
Opening box of Adepti tricks.
Okay. So overall, depending on the temperature of how cold this is, I'd say survive. It seems to only last a split second anyway, unless it's like some sort of like flash freeze. If it's okay, I'll say this because I don't know. If this is a flash freeze where it drops to like way below zero, we're talking like -200. Like if this is absolute zero, even for a split second, I'm done. I'm an ice ball, right? But if it's just like a cold winter, right? If it's like a colder winter, you know, then I think I'm surviving. So I'm gonna put this as a maybe, but most likely not. Let's do that. Let's say most likely not. Okay, next up is Hu Tao. Let's see what she's got. Oh, okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let's get to the bottom of this one, all right? Because there's a couple of things I want to think about here. My first reaction is going to be not survive. I don't know the weight and density of this ghost, but it is a ghost. So does it have any weight to it? Is she hitting me with the ghost as well as this giant fire blast? I think that plays in, right? So that's important. If I were to say, ghosts probably don't have any weight to them. However, my biggest concern is the giant firestorm that she creates. So if I'm standing anywhere in this ring, I'm pretty toast. Especially if I'm getting smacked with a ghost. Turns out, if that thing turns out she's like 300 pounds and the speed she spun that thing around, it's not looking good for me. I'm gonna say not survive. Next up, we have Ganyu.
This is long overdue.
Uh-oh. Giant ice shards, the size of my body falling on my head. No, it's not looking, it's over for me, dog. It's over for me. If I can dodge them, like if I can kind of like zip in between them, because it doesn't look like there's too many coming down at the same time. If I could dodge them, then yeah, I'd survive, but it's not looking likely. They're coming down pretty fast. It's not looking good for me. I'm gonna say that's a no survive for me, dog. Okay, next up is Shenhei.
Do your master's bidding.
Oh. All right, from what I can see here, there seems to be some sort of ice ghost that's slicing everything in sight with ice blades. So again, that's a no for me, Doc. If one of those even catches me, I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground immediately, and they're stomping me to death right after that. So it's not looking good. And you can't even see the thing. It appears that the last second before it strikes. So there's no chance of even reacting to it, even with my reaction. I'm kidding. I have terrible reaction time. So there's no chance. That's a guaranteed no survive for me. There's no chance. I wouldn't even see it coming. Okay, next up we got Baiju.
Taking a turn for the better.
Oh, that's okay. Oh. If what I'm understanding, he like throws some nice green stuff and then everyone's protected. So I think not only am I gonna survive this, but I think I'm gonna feel better. I think I'm gonna feel safer. I'm gonna feel a little better, right? Having a shield on me. Unless this shield is being, unless it has some sort of retaliation properties, which it might, and then it kind of smacks me back. But I didn't see any of that. I didn't see it used on any enemies. So I'm gonna say, survive. I survived that one. Okay, Zhao. Next up is Zhao.
Lament!
Oh. Okay.
Eager conquering!
Okay, I'm gonna. It seems to me that his burst seems to be like a self buff, and he does some stuff after that. But if this is the initial burst and he's just buffing himself, I mean, I'm surviving that. I'm definitely surviving that. I'm not surviving what comes after that. That's for sure. But I think with any of these characters, if they attack me in any way, I'm not surviving. Period. So I'm gonna have to say I survived that. I'm gonna have to say I survived that. This is fun. What's next? Okay, next up is my girl Yellen.
Here comes the test.
Okay. Ooh. All right.
These are about to get crazy.
Ooh. First off, awesome pose. As someone who likes animation, this is a cool pose. I like it. I think that's a death from me. I think that's not good. That's not gonna be good. These seem to be very piercing and very strong, like wires or string. That would slice me up into chopped salami. So I'm gonna say no. Gonna say no. Not gonna survive that one. That's for sure. Definitely not. All right, next up we got Tartagalian Child.
Riptide.
Okay.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Okay. So the first one seems to be some sort of like arrow shot. Yeah, I'm not surviving that. It's like an arrow that has like water blades coming around, like going around it. I'm not surviving that at all, especially if he hits me with that thing. I would say definitely not. I'd say torn to shreds. But he's got a second one, and it's another water blade. Yeah, I'm not surviving that again. That's a shame, but yeah, definitely not surviving that. Pretty cool burst though. Okay. Can I survive Zhongli's ultimate? Let's see.
Osmanthus.
I will have order.
Oh! Okay. I'm gonna have to say dead. Smushed, utterly dead. This might be the most dead out of all of them so far. That's a meteor. So, that's gonna hit me, going terminal velocity, and weighing thousands of pounds. That's not gonna be good for me at all. I'm going to die immediately. I think even if it missed me and landed near me, the shockwave would probably kill me too. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I would be a red paste on the ground. I think just from the pure shock of seeing someone summon a meteor and throw it at me, I would surrender immediately. So there's no chance. There's absolutely no chance of me ever surviving this. There's no, with some of these, I could maybe survive if I could dodge or whatever. There's no chance. There's no surviving this. Even if I get out of the way, I'm getting blasted to bits. There's no chance. Absolutely no chance. Great ultimate. Great ultimate. I like that one a lot. I want to see more of this. Okay, next up we have Kokomi. Oh, that's nice. I would say definitely surviving this one. It's like a nice, getting like a nice bath. I think I would feel better after this one. Like if I had a long day at work and then I'm like, hey, like Kokomi, could you just like hit me with your ultimate? Like real quick, I'm just feeling a little under the weather, feeling a little dusty, dirty, kind of sweaty. Could you hit me with that? She's like, yeah, no problem. Okay, we have Yoimiya.
Here comes the fireworks.
Oh. Okay, I'd say I survived this one. I've been hit with a firework many times in my youthful days. We used to run around shooting each other with fireworks all the time. And sure, we got some burns. I've got a great burn on my thigh from a firework. But other than that, very survivable. I'm saying I'm surviving that one. That's no problem. Okay, next we have Kairihara Kazuha. Let's see what he's got.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm mincemeat. It's just a massive sword slash, and then continual sword slashes in the area. So he's obviously gonna hit me first with the sword slash. I'm dead immediately, and then I'm gonna fall to the ground, land in the area of effect, and it's just gonna continue to slice me a little bit. That's what's gonna happen there. I can tell you right now. So dead. Nah, no surviving that one. Okay, next up we have Ayato.
Kamisato up. Suyu.
Ooh. Interesting. Okay, so this one's interesting because again, it's just water. However, I've seen water under high pressure cut stone into pieces. So this is a tough one. Looks like he creates an area of effect, and then within it, it looks like there's like rain coming down. You know, it's almost these like blade-like rain droplets. And I gotta be honest, if one of those hits me, I don't think I'm surviving that. That's falling way too fast to be a regular droplet. I feel like that's more of like a blade of water that's falling from the sky. So I'm gonna say again, maybe I can dodge it. However, I'm not surviving that one at all. That's not looking good for me at all. Not survive. Next is Ayaka.
Kamisato art. Sumetsu.
Oh. Have you ever put meat into a blender before? That's what's gonna happen to me. A whirling storm cloud of ice blades flying at me. If I don't get out of the way of the initial blast, which I won't, I'm not very fast. I don't move very quick. I'm not surviving that ever, and not in a million years. There's zero chance of me surviving this one. This is up there with the Zhongli one. If that hits me head on, there's absolutely zero chance of surviving that. There's no doubt in my mind. We're not coming out of that one. We're not walking out of that one. Not survive. Okay, Yay Miko's next.
Nothing lasts forever.
My first reaction is not surviving. That's my first reaction. However, I'll put this one in a maybe, only because I've seen on the news before people getting struck by lightning and surviving. So there's a chance I survive that. However, no matter what happens, if I get hit, I'm going to be severely put out of action for a considerable amount of time, no matter what. Guaranteed if I get hit by that. So I would say that has a 95 to 98% chance of killing me in one hit instantly. And then I have a small little percentage where maybe I survive, but I am completely immovable for the rest of my life. Okay, next is Arataki Ito.
Oni coming through.
Oh, okay.
Who wants some of this?
Okay, I gotta say, if we're just judging it off the burst itself, I'm surviving that one. Some rocks could pop up out of the ground, and he obviously buffs himself. However, the initial one, I'm surviving. It's not meant to kill, right? It's not meant to do anything to me. It's what comes after that is gonna be the problem for me. However, the initial burst, I'm gonna say I'm surviving that. I'm surviving it. Not for very long after though. So I don't know if that counts. But I'm surviving initially. Okay, next up is Wanderer.
Cry louder.
Oh, that's a no survive for me. I'm not walking out of that one ever. It looks like this character is so powerful that not only can he create a black hole, but he can stomp it with his foot right into my chest. So I don't think that's gonna go well for me. Yeah, creating a black hole in the middle of my chest is probably the quickest and least painful way for me to ever die. So I'll go with that one, but not surviving. Definitely not surviving that one. Really, honestly, but I gotta say that's a really cool ultimate. I've never seen that one before. Okay, next one is Raiden Shogun.
Inazuma shine eternal.
Yeah. Okay, again, really cool ultimate. However, I know this one is lightning based, and I said I might survive the Yae Miko ultimate with a 2% chance or whatever. However, this one, this is 0%. This is 0%. Lightning infused blade is going to do irreparable damage to my soft, squishy body. Yeah, I'm not getting up in time for school the next day after that one. Not only does it look like it's a lightning infused blade, it seems to be opening up a tear in reality itself. So I'm not an extra dimensional being in any way. So that's a definite not survive. That's up there with Zhongli and Wanderer and Ayaka, the ice blade one up there. Those ones are pretty bad. Yeah, there's no surviving that. Period. Okay, next is Tignati.
I hear everything.
Oh. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe there's a chance I survive this. Again, if this cluster of arrows hits me, if this cluster of homing arrows hits me, I'm probably, I'm gonna change my answer. I think I'm dead. These are homing arrows probably. So I'm not coming out of that one alive. I'm not getting away from those. I thought maybe if they move pretty slow, so I thought maybe maybe I can like move out of the way. But looking at the way they move, they're probably gonna chase me, and I'm not getting very far at all. And even if I do dodge them, seems like there's a secondary explosion with more arrows, so I would have to do a second very skilled dodge, a skill I do not have. So I'm gonna be riddled with arrows, I would say, after this one. That's not gonna be good. No, not surviving. Okay, next is Sino.
Through me, justice is served.
Oh, okay.
Judgment is upon you.
Yeah. Okay, cool ult. However, the initial burst, not going to do anything to me. He's just powering up, so I'll take that as a win. I will survive that. However, again, once again, immediately not surviving what comes after that. I am going to be turned into some nicely sliced provolone and salami. You could put me on a sandwich after that, to be honest. Like this is not surviving after that. However, initial burst, I survived. I'm giving myself a point there. Okay, next we have Alhaitham. Is that am I saying that right? Alhaitham? Oh! Up! Oh. Yikes. Okay, if I'm seeing this right, he traps you in an inescapable dome and then hits you with multiple lightning fast slices. So that's a no for me, dog. Not only am I never getting away from that, he's gonna hit me with every single one of those based on my speed. So that's a no for me, dog. Definitely not surviving that. Cool ultimate. Yeah, definitely not surviving that one. Okay, next up is Nilu.
This dance is for you.
Oh. Okay, this is an easy one. I am definitely surviving this one. Again, looks lovely. Looks very refreshing. After a hot day, it'd be really nice to go swimming and she can just create water. That'd be amazing. Again, this is one, if it hit me, I'd probably be a little better off. Life would be a little brighter after this one. So I'm gonna say survive. Definitely surviving this one. Okay, Dea. Let's see Dea.
Gloves off.
Yeah, I'm not surviving that one. I've been hit by a punch before and it didn't feel great. I don't want to experience that again. Getting punched by her looks like it's going to hurt a lot more. And I think no matter where this hits me, my bones are going to be shattered into a million pieces. I think that's what's going to happen. If she's punching so hard that the air ignites, and then the smoke and there's dust around her that's getting shot out around her. Clearly she's punching with an immense force that no real human could ever achieve. So there's no chance my body's surviving that. Ever. No survive. That's a not survive. And closing up the rear, we got Nahida. Nahida. Let's see what she, let's see if I can survive hers.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Oh. I was waiting for something bad to happen there. Yeah, I'm surviving that. Looks like she creates a lovely house for me that I can hang out in for a little bit. I like it. I'm definitely surviving that one. Not looking too good for any of those, for a lot of the other ones, but that one's surviving for sure. Okay, that was it. That's the list. Am I surviving or not? It's not looking good. It wasn't looking good for me for the vast majority of those. However, some of my favorites were this one. Keking's was super cool. Zhongli's was very cool. Raiden Shogun's was really cool. Ayaka's was really fun. I'm not surviving any of them, but that's fine. I liked a lot of these ultimates. So this was a fun way to watch them for the first time. I like playing this game, so let's keep doing this. So maybe like, let me know in the comments what you think. Maybe we could do like, could I survive any Honkai Star Rail ultimates or like Honkai Impact ultimates, or maybe like, could I survive a single Mortal Kombat fatality? All this, it would be pretty cool. Let me know in the comments what you think, what we can react to, and we can keep playing this game. All right, that's it. I got nothing left. I'm out.